Hello everybody, my name is Mickey D, and welcome to my very first Let's Play of Breath of Fire 3. I'm completely brand new at LP stuff, and I've been spending a few days trying to figure out all my recording, like setting up fraps correctly, and messing around with my microphone and all that stuff, and I think I finally got it down, so here I am with my first video, and if you're tuning in and checking it out, thanks a lot, man, I appreciate it. So let's get into Breath of Fire 3 here. Gonna start a new game. I have some load files because of, testing out recording and everything, but just gonna go new game, and I'm gonna leave the default to Ryu. Configurations here. Go green. Kind of like that background. Stereo. We'll leave that off. Okay. So, as I was saying, I'm a completely new LPer, or, completely brand new at Let's Play, like I said. One thing that I've noticed a lot on my test records is that I find myself not being able to give very good commentary, not so entertaining stuff. So, I even find myself tripping up on my own words and almost stumbling on my own words, and I just ask that you bear with me for a little bit. Hopefully within this playthrough that I'll be able to get my commentary down and all that stuff. And that also goes for like hiccups in the recording as well. If I have any lag or audio desync, just bear with me a little bit. I'm sure I'll figure it all out in due time. So in the game here we have Mogu and Gary, and they just tried to detonate this block of crystal, which is called Chrism, I think, in this game, to kill this dragon. But instead, it completely backfires on them, and they fight it. So this is our basic battle system. We have examine, attack, abilities, items, or use and defend. Examine I'll go into a little bit later when the time comes. If you held L or R, you can do charge, which is like auto battle, or escape, stuff like that. So I'm just gonna do this welt breath. So I'm gonna welt breath, and this'll pretty much instant kill everybody here. The beginning, there's no real challenge as far as the enemies go. So you can check that corpse there for a melted blade. That's very important later in the game for to meet one of the requirements to become an apprentice to a master later on in the game, which I'll be getting into more of that when the time comes. I'm gonna say no to try and trick him, but obviously he doesn't get tricked. Even if you say yes and no, they have the same outcome. So let's see, a couple more workers here. Engineer and miner. I'm gonna attack the miner. He attacks me first for 4, and I automatically counterattack with a reprisal of welt breath. And that's kind of what happens. Is even if in this beginning phase, even if you get attacked, you'll automatically counterattack with welt breath, which will one-hit KO these guys. So we're just a dragon scaring the daylights out of people in this mine. I guess they were in here, they were looking for dead bodies, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's a mistranslation. That doesn't sound right. There's a lot of slip-ups and mistranslations and like weird wording in this game. Actually, one of the most crucial times, or one of the most crucial events in the game happens, and they didn't even translate it, or they didn't even word it correctly, and it was just came out to be really stupid. And it's like a real dramatic, sad event, and the dialogue afterwards is just not fitting whatsoever, and it just, oh, it's really weird. It's really stupid. So it looks like the mine that the dragon came out of looked like a dragon itself. And we get knocked out and taken out, basically. So, you know, a little bit about the game. Breath of Fire 3 is a really fun game, awesome game. Has a pretty good story to it. Nothing too epic like Final Fantasy VII or anything like that. You know, the graphics were pretty good for its time, also. And I was gonna say, the music, I really like the music. It has a jazzy lounge type feel to it, so you know, I'm a big fan of that. But alright, in the game here, it looks like they're transporting the dragon somewhere. Looks like we can move around in the cage, and we just gotta move around enough to completely fall out of it. So yeah, the game's pretty fun. It's got a good story, pretty good graphics, great music to it. The battle system makes this really fun. You know, that it offers a way to kind of customize your characters and how to power them up in different ways, and through the master system. It's a fun game, so I'm pretty excited to get into it with you. So got this other character here. Looks like he was trying to hunt that pig. Yep, looks like he was gonna hunt that pig for some dinner, but the noises from over here scared the pig away. Okay, looks like he's gonna... As you can see, the cage that the dragon was just in, and now out of the cage is not a dragon anymore, but he's a boy, and that's the main character. And you know, I'm assuming you can put one and one together here. That's one and the same. That's you. That's the main character, Ryu. Those dogs, yeah, curs. They're actually enemies later on in the game, but they're not too hard at all. They're like just random monsters. They cast poison on you and stuff, and that's kind of annoying. But I think it's chlorine that they cast. So I guess this character's name is Rei, and he's gonna take Ryu home. He's gonna help Ryu out. But Rei's my favorite character in the game. He's ultra badass, man. He's so cool. Another thing too, I guess I'll be crucified for pronouncing his name Rei instead of Rei. I apologize. I think I've been calling him Rei since I was like 12 or something. When I first started playing this game when I was like 10 years old, I used to call him Rei, because I just didn't know how to. I don't know. I was a dumb kid, but yeah, I started pronouncing him Rei sometime later, and it kind of just stuck. You know, I tried calling him Rei maybe later, but most likely due to habit, I'll just call him Rei. So we meet the third character here. His name's Tipo. And he's pretty excited about the addition of Ryu here. Looks like they have kind of a common story. Tipo and Ryu, that is. Guess both of them are orphans. Don't know anything about their past and stuff like that. So now Ryu's in a dreamlike status here. Understand what? That guy's kind of mean. An angel. She has wings growing out of her wings. Okay. It's kind of weird. Ryu. Alright. Thank you for that clarification. So, yeah, his name's Ryu. That's you. Main character. Let's get it. Alright, looks like I finally get control of him. I can save in this book here, but I'll do that later. Those are the main save points. You can also check out treasure chests. Sorry, cabinets. Shouldn't say treasure chests. Found a vitamin there. Pretty good restorative item. Heals 800 HP. And I found a worm. And the worm is mainly used as a fishing lure. The main mini-game... Looks like I can't go down there. The main mini-game of Breath of Fire 3 is to fish. And, you know, when that becomes opened up, I'll go into that and show you guys how to do that. I guess I'll follow this windy path here, and I'm going to pick up a couple items here for now. But if you talk to this guy, he tells you a little bit of basics about the game, so anybody who's first starting out the game, you can come back here with your friends, he says, and you know, check out what he has to say. But grab this treasure box. Skill ink. That's a pretty good item. I'll explain what that is in a little bit, but another thing I want to show off is you can rotate the camera angles by hitting R and moving the directional pad. And you see that treasure it's a little satchel, but if I don't, you know, do the camera angle, I can't really see it. So there you can see that, and you can pick that up and you find an ammonia. So those are two pretty nice treasures right now. The skill ink lets you shift around skills from character to character, which, like I said, I'll be going into that later. But the ammonia is pretty good too, because it acts as a Phoenix Down, basically. You know, it revives somebody when they're dead. Another little thing that I'll show you guys is, let's see, am I going the right way? I think it's over here. Yeah, at this pond, you can check here, and you'll get a croc tier. And I think if you check here constantly, it'll just give you an infinite amount of croc tiers. So essentially, you can buy, or you can farm for croc tiers there, and you can sell them at stores for cheap cash. It's not, you know, it's not the best way to make money, but the option's there for you if you're ever struck. These guys are just talking about, he's talking about Bunyan and, you know, talking about how this region's been having a poor harvest, I guess. But, don't litter. Wow, that's a random thing to put in the game. Well, anyways, you know, that's gonna pretty much do it for now. I should go check out where Rei and Tiro are. But, yeah, thanks a lot for checking out this first episode, and next time we'll go meet up with Rei and Tiro. Alright, thanks a lot for watching.